when you are doing a challenging job and when that challenge becomes stressful, that is time to leave and do something that will really give you satisfaction. So that is what I did. I bought 4 acres of land that was destroyed by slash and burn cultivation and grew a forest. We nurtured the saplings that were naturally coming out of the earth and then planted about 800 trees and looked after each one of them. With the vegetation, the rest came. The birds came, and then because of the bird droppings, more plant saplings came up. So now it's 20 years, and then you can see what it is now. I think it's the most satisfying thing that I did in my life. To sustain the forests, I built an ecology, which we entertain guests so that they get a very unique experience of living in the forest. Living in a forest makes you feel more calm and accepting things that is happening around you in a more balanced manner. The architect I work with, he's a good friend of mine. His name is Vijita Basnayaka. He is one of the senior most architects in Sri Lanka, but his way of designing is very unique, I would say, because he firmly believes that we overconsume. He said there's so much that we throw away and that we must try to use it. He designs according to what is available. We source most of our material from places where they have dismantled old houses. The windows, the floorboards, and then even the timber rafters, all were from a tea factory where they have dismantled their top floor. The color scheme Vijita has used is very subtle and it blends with the surroundings. He is more interested in the texture, say the texture of a plank, a wooden plank. One is different to the other, it can be totally different. But if you cover it with chemicals, chemical paint, you just cover the whole thing. But here he uses mostly clay or natural dyes. So the texture is there and you will see layers of color also just blending together. So it's like the same thing that you see in nature, say in the morning, early morning light. We always like the early morning light. Why? Because it's a blend of colors. Like if you see the sunlight streaming through the trees, it's a blend of so many shades. That is why the human eye finds it very soothing. You can see modern buildings, they're all straight, clinically straight. And you think that you feel comfortable in that sort of a environment, but the moment you have a straight line and there's a little nook or corner which is a little crooked, it will always stare at you. So that's how your peace is disturbed. But if you live in a natural setting, you don't expect everything to be perfect. So in his design, you will very rarely see clinically straight lines or squares, or mostly it's blending. It will just go with the nature. The rooms are designed in such a way that it's partially open, it's open to the outside world. So you will see even birds flying through sometimes, even nesting. In like one of the rooms there's a bird that is nesting there. Being so, you do have some sort of connection with the outside, with the forest, with the other creatures. So that also gives you a sense of belonging. Well, my idea of food is try to sustain yourself with less, without harming other animals, as less as possible. Everything is local food. We buy from the surrounding areas, even things like milk. There's a farmer who has a small herd of cattle and he's very fond of them. He looks after them well. So we buy from him. He's a very kind person. In fact, he is the only person in the village who would go in late evening to find his grazing cattle amidst wild elephants and bring them back home. The elephants don't harm him. So I think the animals feel it. And now it has become that so many Europeans are vegetarians and vegans, so they come looking for food. So I have got a very special clientele because of that, because I serve something different. So it's very much appreciated, whoever comes. Now sustainability has become a very fashionable word in the world. Everybody is talking about it. But in Sri Lanka, that was the core of our civilization. Reusing and repurposing, and because of the Buddhist philosophy, taking the middle path. There's no excess of what you use. There are companies now, especially for tourism, they ask for compliance of sustainability. Then I come to a bottleneck where I don't know what to say. I can't quantify anything that is happening here. So it's just that this is where we live, middle path. Not too much, not too less. That's the most important thing.